When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Tom Dwyer, CEO of Premier Orthopaedic Associates. As a parent of two former high school athletes, I can only imagine how difficult it is for so many of you who are unable to be at the game to watch your child or favorite student athlete compete due to COVID-19 restrictions this season. As such, our team here at Premier Orthopaedic Associates has partnered with our friends at BFA Sports to give you, the fans, a virtual front row seat. And for the student athlete, a new experience, a pretty cool professional broadcast they'll be able to keep forever at no cost for all of you to enjoy. Well, I see it's just about time for tip-off. So from all of us here at Premier Orthopaedic Associates, best of luck this season. Stay safe, be well, and while we hope we don't see any of you anytime soon, we're here for you if you should need us. Enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Olma, BFA Sports coverage of high school basketball. The Villagers now are 10-1, and they take on the one-win St. Joe's Wildcats. It's St. Joe's because of a COVID problem at Middle Township. Would have been a really good matchup with Middle. However, the schedule says we got to play St. Joe's again. So here we are, 4 games left in the season. You got a 9-game winning streak. You're a coach. What do you look for in the last 4 games of the season?
Well, I think what you want to do is improve that chemistry. You want to do the little things right and see if you can get better at that. What that means is not letting people dribble through traps, funneling a dribbler or a ball handler to the sideline, allowing the trap to come and even get a better trap on the ball handler. You want to see if you can get a little better at reading and anticipating behind the trap, getting a good job in order to anticipate and steal and things of that nature, because the trap leads to buckets, the buckets lead to being able to set up that trap once again.
Tom McNelia said over and over again it made him a better coach when other coaches have recognized what he's been doing, and we're trying to adjust to that.
Yes, and they'll continue to make those adjustments depending upon how people attack that pressure. When you're sending 2 to the ball, it leaves you a little vacant in the backside if a team can break it. That's where they're trying to get better. They want to be able to handle that backside if, in fact, somebody can break that trap.
If you remember St. Joe's last time, we had a lot of fun with these girls, and here they are right here. Okay, so Macy's number 12.
She's got the sneakers. We're being told they're Currys. And what color are they officially?
They're neon orange.
Neon orange Currys for Macy.
And Bree, just do a lot of dancing. Go ahead.
There it is.
It's a good one. It's St. Joe's. It's Olma. Next on BFA Sports, presented by Premier Orthopaedic Associates.
For the Wildcats, a sophomore guard, number 12, Macy Jaquette. Junior guard, number 3, Brielle Hutchinson. Freshman guard, number 1, Cassidy Fox. Freshman forward, number 14, Lily Sherwood. And junior guard, number 15, Katie Dayton. The freshman guard, number 1, is Cassidy Perry. The head coach for Our Lady of Mercy Academy is Tom McNelia. He is assisted by Tom McCarville, Doug Stefano, and Brian Coyle. Drew Boyle. Freshman guard, number 13, Madeline Bernhardt. Sophomore center, number 35, Angelina Dragon. Junior forward, number 14, Olivia Fiocchi. And your senior guard, number 33, Sydney Prescott.
And we are live here back at Olma as we get ready to start this one. The Villagers and the Wildcats of St. Joe's, Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and their BFA Sports crew. And I decided to go black because, quite frankly, it makes you look thinner. And I could use all the thin that I can get. So
there you go.
yeah.
I'm with you on that page.
Exactly. Right away. I mean, look at the benefits. But anyway, all right, no Jaden Harris tonight. She's under the weather, nothing serious. Coach Tom's going to sit her out for tonight. So instead, we will see Angie Jagrone at, I was going to say shortstop.
Yeah, there you go.
Baseball at the center
That
position.
season's coming.
It is. Sooner than you think. But,
interesting starting lineup, though. You're right
yeah.
tonight, partner. Angelina Dragon joins the starting lineup with Sydney Prescott, Liv Fiocchi, Madeline Bernhardt, the freshman, drawing the stars, playing very well as of late, and sophomore guard Drew Coyle.
The five for the Wildcats are Katie Dainton, Brielle Hutchinson, who's our dancer, Macy Jaquette, who's got the neon orange sneakers, Cassidy Perry, and Lily Sherwood round out the starting five. So it wasn't close in the last one. We'll see what happens tonight. And right away we have a turnover by the Wildcats, and Olma will get it. Once again, a reminder for those that don't remember, in the system that Tom McNeil put in at the beginning of the season, the 4 benchmarks are 75 shots attempted. Half of them have to be threes. The turnovers have to be equal to 25 or greater for the game. And the last one is 35% of the offensive rebounds.
Correct. And you see St. Joe coming out 2-3 zone.
Sydney Prescott misses the 3, and the floorboard is tracked down by Sydney, and then the foul is called in the backcourt.
We talked in the pregame show, partner, about Olma wanting to get a little bit better and develop some chemistry in regards to playing a complete game. What they want to do and how they want to attack against the zone is also part of that on the offensive side.
That's Liv Fiocchi. Drew Coyle, she's open. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound goes back to Fiocchi. She'll try it again. Maddie Bernhardt. Prescott way out top, and a reset for the Villagers. This isn't the run and gun that we see all year, but Fiocchi to the basket, misses that, gets her miss. Loose ball. Fiocchi controls it again.
4 offensive rebounds so far for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
And a 3 from Bernhardt to start it.
We've talked about how well she can shoot the basketball, especially for a young lady as a freshman. She's been hot as of late. She's playing really well right now. Down goes the 3 for Bernhardt.
That was Perry all the way to the basket. And a jump ball is called underneath. Arrow will go to Olma, with St. Joe's getting the opening possession.
Good job on the last trip by Our Lady Mercy Academy, being patient against the zone, working at, we talked about the run and gun style. They like to get into transition off their defense. Right there, patient and a half-court set against the 2-3 of St. Joe.
St. Joe now into the full court. That Coyle's able to break through, but then lost control of it. That's a turnover, and bringing it back is Hutchinson. There's Macy Jaquette with the sneakers, and she scores.
Really well done. Ball comes up the sideline for St. Joe Academy, able to dribble drive along the baseline and hit the floater was Jaquette.
Minute and a half gone, 3-2. Dragon with the left hand, though, but she'll go to the line.
Really good unselfish play, I should say, unselfish by Bernhardt. Had a track to the basket when the defender came. Good bounce pass to Dragon. She couldn't finish, but she drew the contact. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul was on Hutchinson. Her first and the team's second. One more for Dragon.
Dragon, just like Harris when she's here, pretty good foul shooter for a forward/center.
Rebound tapped up. Cassidy Garcia with the miss. And another bad pass in the middle for Perry, but Prescott steals it. Leads Dragon, moves to the right, and gets a basket.
Pretty well done. Good anticipation by Prescott. Intercepts the pass, immediately gets in transition. Finds Dragon up the seam, who finishes for 2.
That's Hutchinson. Got stripped by Prescott. Sydney's going down for Garcia. Back to Prescott in the give and go. It's short. Dragon with the follow. No, but she'll go to the free throw line.
Another good example of Our Lady Mercy Academy right there as a team running the floor, not assuming that the transition and the transition layup is going to go in. Dragone runs the floor, obtains the offensive rebound, gets fouled on her putback, but that's all a reward of effort.
And a 30-second timeout taken by St. Joe's. Reminder that tonight's game is brought to you by Premier Orthopaedic Associates and his wonderful team, Dr. Dwyer and his staff. Outstanding everything they've given to us this year. Really outstanding.
What an operation that is there. Operation, no pun intended, but what a great organization that is. And it's if you're ever hurt or injured and need to go somewhere, that's the best spot there is.
6-2 early score, 2 minutes gone here in the first. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and their BFA Sports crew. A skeleton crew here tonight, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah, our staff is simply the best.
God, did you see their baseball tapes?
Yeah, unbelievable. And that time's coming, and I can't wait to be a part of it with them.
Oh, I didn't see your name on the list. I was just wondering.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh, you know why? Because it's W. It's at the bottom. It goes by alphabet.
Yeah, you don't go that far. You don't get past L. You're only looking for yours.
One out of two. Fiocchi with the follow. And Savannah Prescott in the ball game. To the middle. Nice move.
Yeah, really good drive. Savannah Prescott is going to look to do one thing. Attack, attack, attack. Right there, she catches the ball from the wing and goes right down the paint to score.
And we've got another second chance opportunity and a foul.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, between the turnovers that Our Lady Mercy Academy has already been able to draw and with the way they're hitting the offensive glass and obtaining second and third chance points, they're living at the foul line right now and living in the St. Joe backcourt.
14 fouls already for the Wildcats. That's Perry's first. Not to take anything away from Tom McCarville, because, you and I love him dearly, but, when he takes the stats into consideration, turnovers are not just a bad pass, too. I mean, it could be a tie-up on a jump ball where the arrow goes to
Absolutely.
you, right?
Could be an offensive foul.
Exactly. See, I didn't even know that.
Player control foul. They're all turnovers.
Yep. Perry with the tightrope down the sideline. Gets into the Villagers' front court and immediately gets the double team. That's almost a triple team, Steve.
Yeah, I see it. And I'll tell you what else, too, you don't think of. Not only the turnovers, but the quick shots you draw. When an opponent isn't in a offensive rhythm and you draw a quick shot that comes from nowhere, that's just as good as a turnover.
That was Jenna Ryan, the senior. Oh, she gets a nice little tap right to herself. Maybe might not have meant it. But
well done. She missed the first opportunity, was able to get her own rebound, and able to put the rebound back in for two. Good job by Jenna Ryan.
Sherwood in the corner, out of bounds. It will stay with St. Joe's. 4:56. First quarter score. We got subs.
Yeah, they happen quite often here, quickly and often here at Our Lady Mercy Academy. 4 for 4, 5 for 5, whatever the case may be. Every, minute and a half, they say.
I think we need some hockey talk, don't we? Flyers play tonight, right? Hutchinson for 3 from the corner, short.
Not sure if they do. They had doubleheader back-to-back days against Buffalo. They may be off tonight. Ooh. But as far as substitutions, this is like hockey.
Bernhardt might have gone backcourt with that. One miss of a 3. Then on the rim, Coyle can't get it. Dragone got a hand on it. That's Garcia in there. She can't come away with it. And Perry finally gets it for the Wildcats. And she'll pull it up.
Really good decision.
It's Katie Dainton. Knocked away. Garcia's got it back. Finds Prescott. Short. Garcia again. Dragone is open. Missed that. And Perry, and then she turned it over. And then this is what I like to say. It's like electric football. Remember the old days of electric football, and all 10 players went to the middle of the floor?
Yeah, and then all at one time.
That's what that looked like there.
I'll tell you what, just a possession ago, Drew Coyle had an open look from the wing, and I know that one didn't go down, but if she gets too many of them, they are going to go down because she's another one. Although she missed that one, she can flat out shoot the rock as well.
Like you said, Steve, that makes the system work. You have to make some of those threes as Bernhardt is buried on her way to the basket.
And it doesn't, I know their system calls for the 3 primarily. However, any basket, anytime you score a basket and you force a team to inbound from the baseline rather than be on the court and able to get in transition, you want that inbounds from the baseline because you're able to set up your press and know where your trap's going to come from.
By the way, that's 5 team fouls already. Bernhardt will get another one. And wholesale subs for the Villagers as expected.
Yep.
10-point game, 12-2 early on for Olma. 10-1 on the season in the home whites.
Yeah, they're having a really good season.
Got that one.
They're coming down the home stretch of this season. Patitucci in for Bernhardt, and they have a couple tough games coming up, and they're going to see really where they stand. And we already know they're having a good year, and we already know they've put themselves on the basketball map in girls basketball. But they'll get a little bit of a better feel this week.
Dayton hits the deck and finds Perry. Nice hustle there. Then a bad pass, and Fiocchi steps right in front of that.
Yeah, Fiocchi's an athlete. She really knows how to anticipate plays and passes, and certainly did there, and was able to come up and intercept the pass.
Prescott missed. Fiocchi with a follow. Looked like she was fouled with no call.
Another good example of her anticipation, knowing right where and reading right where that ball was going to come off the backboard, able to step in and get the rebound. Unfortunately, lost it out of bounds.
We got a big one Saturday, partner, too, to wind up the season right here.
Yeah.
Shawnee.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really good basketball game. Our Lady Mercy Academy runs into one of the top 5 teams in South Jersey in Shawnee, and that'll certainly be a good one. And you're right, it'll be fun to be here for that one.
3 ball.
Liv Fiocchi drains the 3. Ball goes up to the top of the key. She gets the pass back on the wing and knocks it down.
Now the Olma lead is now 14. Foul called on Savannah Prescott. That's team second for the Villagers. It's a 5 for St. Joe's with 3:22. And, Tom McCarville, 99 years on the sideline. That's probably the first ball that ever hit him, right?
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, every time I look over, it is such a treat to still see him involved with the kids, still see him involved with this Our Lady Mercy Academy program. He was one of my assistants when I was here a few years back, and just such a great person. It's awesome to see him still involved.
I don't know if people realized he was a 3-sport official. And there's a tie up on the jump
football,
ball.
basketball, baseball. Yes, sir. You're right.
College football.
Yeah, and he's been involved with, I don't want to say everything, but I mean, he's the whatever he is, tri-state area Little League president, or and he's heavily involved in district. So between the Little League World Series things and the baseball, football, basketball, umpiring, referee, and assistant coaches, just what a great man to have around.
Another turnover on the backcourt violation. So they have Wednesday, Friday. Did we get those opponents? Do we know who they are?
I do not. I did not get them. I know they were going to give them to us before we left here tonight.
Because the schedule's always changing as Bernhardt misses the 3. No, Sacco misses the 3. She gets it back from Fiocchi. A step back. And that pass is deflected. So, no, that was deflected. And the officials get together on it, and it was a deflection, so no backcourt violation.
I'll tell you what, that's really good help by the that's what you talk about when you want partners involved in officiating. Right there was a good opportunity. It was the gentleman's call who made it. However, he didn't see the tip. His partner helped him with that, and they got it right. Well done by both of them.
Patitucci settled it down, then gave it up. Prescott inside the arc, missed that. Rebound, Patitucci and Dayton. Arrow goes to Olma.
Yep, and we have a few possession arrows here, a few jump balls here already, which flip-flops and seesaws the possession arrow. Good move.
Dragone with the miss. Not there. Perry running it back for the Wildcats. Tried to find Macy, but it was cut off. Great play by Bernhardt.
That's a really good job in hustling back on defense, able to read the play because she hustled and was able to come up with a steal for the Villagers. Good job by Madeline Bernhardt.
And Dragone to the basket, and that's the 6th St. Joe foul of the quarter.
Yeah, St. Joe Academy, unfortunately, doesn't have any answer for size. We see them out here playing hard for their coach, Coach O'Keefe. That they just don't have any answer at the forward center spot, and Dragone's going to have her way in here today.
Again, no Jaden Harris out tonight because of illness.
We send her the best. Wish her the best and getting better.
I know she's watching. (17-2), and Hutchinson ran out of space there, but they're going to call the foul instead.
Yeah, see, that's a perfect example right there of when you inbound the ball. St. Joe Academy was forced to, Our Lady Mercy Academy's pressure forcing them to go quicker than what they want. They weren't even in their press break yet, and the young lady was inbounding the basketball too, and almost created its turnover already, but they called the foul on Olma.
Coyle off the miss, and the putback is good by Bernhardt.
That time it was Bernhardt. Really good 2-on-1. Coyle unable to finish. Madeline Bernhardt in the right spot because she hustled offensive rebound and putback for 2 for Bernhardt.
There's a look at it again. Uncontested. Coyle and down low, Dragone.
Yep, really well done. Sideline inbound, sideline to the corner, corner to the post. Angelina Dragone in the post knocks it down.
Stolen, another turnover, and Coyle can't quite get that one, so it'll go back to the Wildcats with 1:45 to go.
Yeah, Bernhardt caught in a little bit of never land right there. She was on the baseline underneath the basket, couldn't do anything with the pass once she obtained it, tried to pass it back out, but unfortunately turned it over.
And then snuffs. Perry does Dragone, and back we go the other way. Here comes Sydney Prescott.
One more.
Bad pass. Another turnover. Perry coming back for the Wildcats. Can't get it to go, and then, as usual, you might mention or might expect a one and done again for St. Joe's on the offensive side. And here is Bernhardt for a 3. No good. Perry has a rebound. Still running with it to the basket. A pull up. Nicely done.
Yeah, really well done. Realized that she wasn't going to be able to get all the way to the rim. Therefore, she had the little mid-range pull-up, little 6-7 footer, knocked it down.
And there's Angie all by herself.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's tough in there, and Our Lady Mercy Academy sees the advantage they have there and are attacking it, which is what they should do.
And another turnover and another basket, this one from Cassidy Garcia.
Partner, how many times have we talked about the bench minutes that Garcia gives this Villager squad? She really does a good job battling on the offensive and defensive glass right there, able to get a bucket as well. Well done by Cassidy Garcia.
46 seconds left. Olma up big early on.
Yeah, and you talk about the skilled players and the better players or starters for Our Lady Mercy Academy, and sometimes efforts like Sacco and Garcia who come off the bench for them go unnoticed, and we certainly don't want that to happen. So therefore, that's why you compliment Cassidy Garcia for that last offensive possession.
Gianna Patitucci with that foul. It's the third team foul for the Villagers, the 6th for St. Joe's, and Patitucci got a hand on that one, and it frees up Savannah Prescott. 2 more.
Yeah, she's tough to catch. You get her out in the open floor, and she gets a head start on you, like that outlet pass to Savannah Prescott. She's able to get all the way to the rim. Finish for 2.
Down to 20 seconds left in the quarter. Sherwood's pass is deflected underneath. It'll stay with St. Joe's.
Yeah, and when you're in the pressure that Our Lady Mercy Academy likes to attack you with, the longer the pass, the better for them. So therefore, if you can keep your passes to 14, 15, 16 feet in that area somewhere, but once you start throwing 20, 22, 25-foot passes, they're going to get picked by Our Lady Mercy Academy's defense most of the time.
Look at Macy with her sneakers going to the basket. No good at the buzzer. So we're through one quarter here at Olma with the score Villagers 27, St. Joe's 4. Back with the second quarter after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trina Lisko, a provider here at Premier Orthopaedic Associates. I love that we get to watch these athletes play again. There is nothing better than being able to participate in an activity that you love. However, I know that COVID has us all a little less active than we would like, especially if weather conditions don't allow us to get outside and we've been restricted from the gym. Now is the time to consider some cross-training. Consider body-weighted activities, which are my favorite. Do timed interval repetitions with a little rest in between to help keep your heart rate up and activate your cardiovascular system. We can all stay healthy and active during this time. Remember to start slow and work technique before progressing to higher repetitions. Slow and steady will do the job.
Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, BFA Sports here live at Olma. Villagers up big with 3 games left after this one. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have confirmation on the schedule for them with Shawnee on Saturday, but we got Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, Our Lady Mercy Academy will be away on both of those nights. Wednesday at Hammonton and Wednesday at Holy Spirit, Friday at Hammonton.
Dragone missed that one. Out of bounds. It'll go to St. Joe's.
Our Lady Mercy Academy going back to straight half-court man-to-man defense.
I think that's the class of that you've been talking about. Look at Bernhardt.
I'll tell you what, Bernhardt is a player that when she gets herself going to the basket, she's able to protect and use her body to draw the contact, and she's strong enough to play through it and score at the basket like she just did. Well done.
Perry out top. First minute of play, second quarter. And you see the score at the bottom of the screen. So they are, what'd you say, neon orange on the sneakers for Macy Jaquette.
Yep.
Why not Macy?
They're fun kids, aren't they?
Oh, they are. No good. Off the miss. Sydney Prescott finds Bernhardt.
I'll tell you what else is good. A good job in transition by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Prescott to Bernhardt. Bernhardt lays it in. Bernhardt's having herself a wonderful half, and she's been playing really well lately. A weekend or two ago, she had 20 against Vineland. She was our leading scorer the other night in here with 8 at halftime for the Villagers, and she's doing a really good job. She's basically grown up right in front of our eyes in this shortened season.
I like the way you mentioned the girls from St. Joe's, though, in the open. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. They're having fun, and they know they're undermanned, and they know, that they're fighting through a tough time at the academy. Although I hear this year is going pretty well, and they're having fun and playing hard for their coach, Coach O'Keefe.
It's a block by Sacco, and turning it back is Fiocchi. Looking for some room to operate, missed that. Prescott then battles on the rebound.
Yeah, really good job by Fiocchi right there. Was patient in the transition and able to get herself around the defender. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish. Rebound is handled by both St. Joe Academy and Our Lady Mercy Academy, causing the jump ball. And the possession is St. Joe's.
Makayo Veneziali, 23 with that tie-up. She wasn't here last game, so we didn't have her on the list, so we want to make sure we get her mentioned.
And I'll tell you what else is good about this right here, partner. Our Lady Mercy Academy, instead of the traps and the pressures, are able to play half-court man and work on that in case they ever want to play it down the road in this final week here.
Well, there's no doubt they're going to be using, I guess, this whole game to see what to work on because it's a clinic with 6 minutes left, clock stopped on a foul call.
Yeah, they've certainly gotten whatever they wanted in the first quarter or whatever they were anticipating with a 27-point quarter. They get to work on that good man-to-man defense now, like I said, in case they want to utilize it in one of the final 3 games. Tough 3 games coming up for Our Lady Mercy Academy, so we'll see how they handle that.
Perry couldn't handle that. Turnover back to the Villagers. So talk to me about the playoffs. I can tell you in football they did something called pods where they just seeded teams. Sacco misses that 3. Ryan can't handle the rebound. It'll go back to St. Joe's.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
To be honest with you, as of right now, I know all playoffs were pretty much canceled, both Cape Atlantic League playoffs and the Tri-County as well. State playoffs are done. That's not happening. There may be there's word of a couple playoff venues out there.
Like a bubble?
And we'll see if they come to fruition or not. But as of right now, I don't think there's plans on the playoffs, no.
Do you mean like a bubble?
No, not a bubble necessarily. There might be some people trying to figure out a way to put some type of tournament together, and have these teams involved.
Nice design on that play, but Perry couldn't connect. And back the other way, Cassidy Garcia. Sydney Prescott will launch it. Off the miss, Perry. Drew Coyle. Look at the speed by Drew.
Yeah, she's awfully tough. We've talked about how many things she does well on the basketball court, and there certainly is one of them. Her hustle, her determination puts her in position to make a lot of plays for us, Our Lady Mercy Academy Villager basketball team. Really, really nice player is Drew Coyle.
Macy Jaquette will try it again, and Dragone swats that away. There's just no defense for that.
Yeah, that's, just size matters there in regards to Angelina Dragone at the forward center spot. Able to block a couple shots in here today, and this St. Joe Academy just not able to get the shot off over top of.
Veneziale at the top of the key, kind of lost a little bit. There's Hutchinson. Nice dish underneath. They can't get that to go.
Dragoon gets the loose ball, puts it over her head, and nobody can even touch it. She just stands with it right over.
I used to hate that when I was a kid because I couldn't reach it.
Yeah, me too.
I was so small.
Or I should say me also.
Oh, yeah, but you were able to get that. Well, Brianna Bailey with the possession right near the sideline with 3:56 to go.
So I'm hoping if one of those rumored tournaments do happen, maybe we might even get a phone call for one of them. So if that's the case, partner, we'll asking our viewers to please keep in touch and keep checking our website, and we'll have it out there as soon as we can, if in fact that does happen.
You're looking to the guy at the left, aren't you?
I'm just waiting to see if he can give me a response to verify anything, and he's learning. I look at him, he turns the other way.
Look at Basie with that hustle, but she saved it to the wrong team. And Patitucci thought she was going to fire it up. That's okay. Sacco missed it. Fiocchi got a hand on the rebound. Savannah Prescott controls.
Yeah, Sacco, another one of the good young freshmen for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Not afraid to fire. She had her opportunity right there and let it go. Just unfortunately didn't go in for her. Sacco's another good freshman for her.
Bree Hutchinson got a block on that last three-point attempt by Savannah Prescott. 3:15 to go. Macy Jaquette. We should have asked her how you say your last name. We really should have.
I think you're saying it fine. I think that's exactly the way you should.
All right. Bailey is fouled, and this will put the Wildcats on the line with the 7th team foul for Olma. Foul was on Bernhardt.
And again, if the young ladies here for St. Joe Academy, they're all underclassmen. 2 freshmen, a sophomore, junior. The future can be bright for them if they just stick with it, hang with it, and keep plugging along in regards to playing for their coach and playing hard for him.
Two free throws for Bailey. 27-point lead.
Yeah, look at a hustle by Savannah Prescott. That last trip, she was able to get all the way to the rim, couldn't score, but she was also able to hustle down her own rebound.
Now Perry, who's going to sleep well tonight. Almost got stripped, and then the foul was, double dribble. That's turnover.
Yeah, I'm not sure I saw that one that way, but in the meantime, you still have to give Liv Fiocchi a lot of credit there for pressuring the basketball, pressuring the ball handler, and forcing the turnover.
Nice play by Veneziale to deny the inbound to Dragoon.
I'll tell you what, Our Lady Mercy Academy substitutes 5 for 5. Dragoon comes on the floor. Sydney Prescott knows exactly what to do. Look immediately inside and get Dragoon involved again.
Quick turnaround for Bailey. No good. Veneziale went up with it, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Bernhardt went over to help on the defensive side. In the meantime, that left Veneziale open on the weak side rebound. She was able to get it. Couldn't finish, but she'll shoot 2.
Got one. 2:15 to go. Far side. Prescott hits the 3.
Really good offense by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Run their 4-out, 1-in type offense. Ball goes to the corner. All you do is simply cut through, and you rotate around the perimeter. As the ball rotated back, Sydney Prescott was wide open and knocked down a 3. Good offense by the Villagers right there.
Perry might have walked. Hutchinson with her foot on the line, no good. Rebound tied up, jump ball, and the arrow goes to Olma.
I'll tell you what, we cover Our Lady Mercy Academy an awful lot. Big one about to tip off in Buena right now. St. Augustine Prep hosting Camden. Camden is ranked nationally, and they come into St. Augustine and play the Hermits tonight.
Got a text if we were covering that game. Believe me, our people tried very hard to get that game.
Yeah, the prep likes to incorporate their students and student activities in that. So, you know, kudos to them with that, and good job by them. And but that'll be a big one in Buena tonight.
Mike Rizzo will get a text very soon. Athletic director at the prep. I remember him when he was the assistant athletic director.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's been involved his entire life with St. Augustine as a kid going to school there. As soon as he got back from college, went immediately back there and got involved in the teaching and coaching and administration level right away.
I'll tell you a great Mike Rizzo story. I'm sure you got more than I do, but I've got a couple. And it was on a baseball game. Under a minute to go. That's Perry. Bailey in the corner. Look at the defense by the Villagers.
Yeah, Our Lady Mercy Academy is, and I say surprisingly because we don't get to see it from them that much, but they're playing really good man-to-man defense, helping, stepping in to help, able to still read and anticipate passes, but pressuring the basketball, doing a really good job on the man-to-man defensive side of it.
And when they have to, they get in the way of a pass like that, but a loose ball winds up in the hands of Jaquette, but they're going to get a ball back on a turnover by Olma with 23 seconds left.
Yeah, the outlet pass was wide of Savannah Prescott. Unfortunately goes out of bounds for Villagers. It'll be St. Joe Academy basketball.
Turnover, 20 seconds left. Savannah Prescott all the way and fouled.
Our Lady Mercy Academy having a really good half right here, 38 points as we speak. You know, that's a pace for the game to be in the 70s, which with their press and their transition that they like to get in, that's exactly the pace they want and like.
One more for Prescott. We keep getting a lot of positive feedback on our rim shot right there, rim camera.
We talk about it quite a bit, and it deserves to be spoken about because it is just a great camera angle.
Really get to see that ball go in the basket.
1 of 2 for Savannah Prescott.
10 seconds left. And a turnover and one last chance. For the Villagers. It's Sacco. No good for the 3. 2 seconds. Perry's got to get it up. And that's halftime. Here in Olma at Newfield with the score, Villagers 39, St. Joe's 7. Halftime is next here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Fred McAlpin from Premier Orthopaedic Associates in South Jersey. I'm one of the sports orthopedic surgeons here, and today I'd like to go over some of the injuries that happen to a knee. One of the most common injuries, particularly to a young athlete or the weekend warrior, is injuring their cartilage, called the meniscus, or the ligament in the center of the knee, called the ACL. Where do you have pain today?
Around here.
So pain on the inner side of the knee is most commonly an injury to a cartilage called a meniscus. I'll show you that on a model shortly. When I examine that cartilage, I'll have you bend your knee and push over that area. Often they'll get pain right over that cartilage. Another maneuver is bending the knee up gently and doing a little maneuver that helps to put pressure on that cartilage. That can cause discomfort over that cartilage and tell us if there's a cartilage injury. Finally, I'll make sure that you don't have a lot of swelling. Looking for dimpling in the knee, and the absence of it means there's a significant amount of swelling going on. And finally, we can do a ligament examination to see how well your ACL is functioning. If you're having some of these things going on, I might likely call and get you an MRI so we can see the inside of your knee and make sure we get you back on the field as quickly as possible. Let's look at this model of the knee. Here you see the kneecap which floats in the front of the knee, and as we open the knee, there are these little U-shaped cartilage cushions. These are the meniscus. These can tear in different fashions. If they tear, we can trim them or stitch them in order to give you back the cushioning that's necessary for the knee. The second is this ligament that runs in the center of the knee. That ligament is what helps keep your shin on top of your thigh bone. That ligament is called the ACL. And by maneuvering your knee, I can see how well those are functioning. So depending on the injury that you have, we can assess your knee and get the studies necessary. Call us when you need us, and we'll be here to get you back on the field as quickly as possible. Be safe.
At Our Lady of Mercy Academy, we know that choosing a high school is a big deal. After all, your high school is where you meet lifelong friends, discover yourself, and what interests you the most. It's where you'll have fun and make some of the best memories. You'll learn, succeed, and even fail a time or two. But it's all a part of the journey with the goal of getting you ready for what comes next. College may seem like a lifetime away, but trust me when I tell you that it gets here fast. Before you know it, you'll be going through this whole school selection process all over again, which is why choosing the right high school is so important. You see, the world's top colleges and universities are looking for exceptional students, but that's not all they want. In addition to being well prepared academically, the most sought-after candidates have good character. They're resilient. They have a true sense of purpose, are eager to try new things, and never let anything stand in their way. That's what they get in an Olma graduate, and why we invite you to come check out our school.
Now, more than ever, we're being put into all sorts of uncomfortable situations. Normal looks a whole lot different these days, but that's okay. We got this. Today, we're learning both online and on campus. We're benefiting from the best of both and thriving. That has a lot to do with the Olma Sisterhood, where you can be yourself and be celebrated for it.
Distance learning has taught us that the Olma Sisterhood knows no boundaries. We take care of each other, whether it's face-to-face or on FaceTime. We have our teachers to thank for that. They've created a positive culture that pushes us to do and be our best. They've also taught us to be brave through programs like LTT. It stands for Leadership, Life Skills, and Technology, and will have you doing things you never thought you could. Your self-confidence will soar. Leadership programs like LTT, along with the chance to shadow professionals and test drive careers, gives us a real edge when it's time to apply to college.
Another thing that's unique to Olma is the bond that we share with the Sisters of the Daughters of Our Lady of Mercy. When it comes to things that are good for the soul, they play the lead role. They encourage us to get in touch with our inner selves and trust in God, no matter what challenges we face.
As you consider high schools, we hope you'll add Olma to your list. The academics are exceptional, and the opportunities to lead and to learn are endless. Visit our website at olmanj.org to find out more and schedule a visit, on campus or online. Come see what the sisterhood is all about. You're going to love it. I hope to see you soon.
No, that's too good. There you go. Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to start the third quarter. Halftime score is Olma 39, St. Joe's 7. I'm Chris Losey, along with Steve Westcott. The screen just went black on us. There we go. But anyway, we're here. But anyway, we expected it. And again, class, I think, from Tom McNelia. I mean, he went down to a man-to-man. He stopped with the press, working on some things. Absolutely. But the stats tell the story, though.
Yeah, in a 27-point first quarter, they were able to get their traps working and get St. Joe Academy to turn the ball over, able to finish at the other end. Like I said, 27-point first quarter, 39 here at half. That pace is in the 70s, almost 80, and that's exactly where Our Lady Mercy Academy wants it. As far as leading scorers go for Our Lady Mercy Academy, Angelina Dragone with 11, Madeline Bernhardt with 10. We have Liv Fiocchi with 4, Cassidy Garcia with 2, Drew Coyle with 2, Savannah Prescott with 5, Jenna Ryan with 2, and Sydney Prescott with 3.
And no surprise that Dragone is going to be the focal point of the offense with Jaden Harris out tonight. Right. And a tremendous size advantage that she can pretty much do what she wants.
Yeah, simply stated, St. Joe's Academy unfortunately just doesn't have anyone size-wise that can match up in regards to Angelina Dragone, and Our Lady Mercy Academy knew that, saw that, and went right at it and attacked that.
And we have a jump ball to start third. (39-7). Opening score here in the second half. Cassidy Garcia off the rim, no good. That's Bree Hutchinson battling for it.
Yeah, shot didn't go down for Garcia, but it was good ball movement by Our Lady Mercy Academy to get the ball into the corner right in front of us. Ball rotates all the way back along the perimeter. Garcia just unable to knock it down.
You know, we really got to see a good example of the hands by Angie Dragone there. Did you see how she went up to get that one with one hand?
Right. Both herself and Jaden Harris have really good hands as far as receiving a pass and receiving the basketball. And you're right, that was a perfect example of it on the baseline inbound right there.
Sophomore.
Yeah, she has a promising future here, that's for sure. She's doing a really good job with this Our Lady Mercy Academy Villager Ryan.
She sets the screen that leaves Bernhardt open, who drains the three.
Yeah, and if Bernhardt's open, it's going to go down. We talked about how well she shoots the basketball. Good screen by Dragone, good pass to Bernhardt, knockdown 3 for Madeline Bernhardt.
We are at the 35-point difference. 42-7 is the score.
This time, Our Lady Mercy Academy to start the second half, even away from the man-to-man half court. They're going back into like a little matchup zone right here.
Bree Hutchinson, number 3, and a foul was called in the back.
Yeah, and really what you do is in a matchup zone, you try to play the area, the player in your area, not necessarily the man. It's not man-to-man defense where you'll go with your player all over the floor. You're going to play the player in the area of which you're covered to play.
First minute of play here in the third. Olma up big, 42-7. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and the BFA Sports crew here tonight live in Olma. Villagers looking for their 10th straight on the season. Perry with a three-pointer short. Rebound from Bailey is no good, and the Villagers come away with it. Bernhardt into the front court. Savannah Prescott's open for 3. Short with that. But Bernhardt gets an offensive board. Prescott will try it again. That misses everything. Garcia in the paint, and then a foul was called.
Yeah, really good job by Madeline Bernhardt right there on the offensive glass. Saw the ball was coming off, was quick to it, able to obtain a possession. Prescott misses a second 3. Rebound by Cassidy Garcia. Pass to Bernhardt. Bernhardt gets fouled. Our Lady Mercy Academy possession.
First team foul for the Wildcats in the half. Dragone then takes the pass to the basket, missed it, and a rebound Veneziali.
Yeah,
but another turnover. Dragone then couldn't get the handle on that one, and Hutchinson comes away with it for the Wildcats. Bumps along the line, but they're going to say she went out on her own.
Yep, they're going to say she lost control of the basketball, and the ball went out on its own prior to the contact. Drew Coyle stepping in front, trying to, show herself on the defensive side, which caused the turnover.
This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Toyota of Vineland. On Delsey Drive in Vineland, visit us online at toyotaofvineland.com. Jenna Ryan for 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound to Fiocchi. She'll step back and fire a 3, no good. And then a rebound fought for, out of bounds. It will stay with the Villagers with 5:21 left here in the third. And the NJSAA mandates a running clock when it's a 35-point difference. So I would guess if Chrissy's listening and she wanted to know what time I would be home, probably within 30 minutes.
There you go. Little sooner than expected tonight.
Little sooner than expected tonight. Ball out of bounds. 5 minutes to go in the third. However, she's not watching. Savannah Prescott comes away with it on the miss, and that's a charge and a good call there in the paint.
I think it is. Savannah Prescott pressing the issue a little too much right there. Started the dribble drive, went up against 2 defenders, through the torso, as they say in the rule book of the defender, which is an offensive foul.
Mm-hmm. It's a good look at Coach Matt O'Keefe. Does a real nice job, I think, with these girls on the timeout.
Yeah,
4:37 on the clock.
Absolutely. We talked about how he's explaining things to them. He's teaching them. He's trying to show them the right way. They are certainly give him effort. They play every second of every game. We saw that last week. We're seeing it again tonight. The scoreboard really doesn't matter to St. Joe Academy. What they want to do is make sure they're playing the game the right way.
That's the third quarter, not the fourth quarter, but it's just as well. 2 team fouls for Olma, 1 for St. Joe's here in the second half. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, Charles Hope.
Yes, sir.
On camera. And he heard his name, so we'll wave to him.
What a job he does.
He's the best 50-yard line cameraman in the business.
He might be the best cameraman, period. I don't care if you're talking half-court, 50-yard line, third base, whatever. Oh.
Can't wait to see where Doug Stasic is going to put him on the baseball broadcast. Probably behind the plate. That's the most challenging one, I think.
It's probably another great view there, behind home plate at a baseball game.
Are you looking forward to that? That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it will. It will. Hopefully we have a bunch and a number of games to televise. And, again, you can join us on our website. We'll have it posted there.
Dayton with a 3 off the rim, no good. Sophia Sacco with a board. Patitucci open, missed that 3, follows it up.
Good head
Look
fake.
at that move.
Yeah, that's a good head fake. That's a really good move. She obtains her own offensive rebound, throws a really good head and ball fake, gets the defender to come out and close out too hard on her, and then she's able to get all the way around her into the paint and finish with the right hand. It's a really good move by Patitucci.
3.5 left in third. Whoops, that's actually a travel, folks. There goes Berry in the middle, kicks it out. Dayton for 3, got it.
Really well done. Able to obtain the possession after the block shot, immediately kick back out for a knockdown 3. Good job, good offensive recognition there by St. Joe Academy.
Ryan got the roll.
Really well done. Little pull-up jump shot along the baseline. Settled herself after obtaining possession. Used one dribble to raise with that mid-range jump shot and knocked it down. Jenna Ryan with doing a nice job.
The scoreboard's not on the screen. It's entirely my fault. So we'll fix it. It's 46-10. 2:40 to go in the third. See, what I did was I advanced the quarter, but I did it while the clock was running, so it reset the entire game. So Doug had to take it from me, and he's going to fix it. Underneath, good ball movement by the Wildcats, but Perry can't get it to go. Macy Jaquette misses that 3. Dayton comes away with a board, but since she held it too long, and then there's the tie-up from Jenna Ryan. Arrow will go to St. Joe's.
Wholesale substitutions.
Did we get it back on, Doug? Not yet. I'm sorry. Right. Look at your going. That's another block for her, but they're going to call a foul this time.
Yeah, so we've seen just a minute ago or a second ago, you said that was a travel, by the way.
It was.
We've seen that travel. We've seen this block shot, and we've seen some other officials call it a jump ball. Tell me what's what, Parter.
Well, if A is offense and B is defense, if A goes up for a shot, B touches it but doesn't bring the ball down, and A just comes down with the ball, then that's travel.
You're using a lot of letters. That sounds like algebra. A, B, X, Y.
Offense, defense.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. I quit. neon orange sneakers of Macy Jaquette.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to comment on it.
Go for it. That bears repeating. Bernhardt with 2 more.
Yeah, Bernhardt.
Hey, where's Keith tonight? Let's shoot him a text.
Nah, we'll leave him be. We talked about earlier, they're probably at that prep game. Or at least watching the prep game.
We'll ask him if we can get a score update. There we go. See, there's a reason to get Keith involved in the broadcast. Look at that move. Orange sneakers goes to the line. Now, this is interesting. It's a running clock and a shooting foul.
It still runs.
Exactly.
Even inside the minute and everything.
Exactly. There are 4 instances in a football game where they will stop the clock. I'll tell you those in a second because apparently the officials are going to let it run out. So Jaquette's going to get 2. And the clock's going to run out on her, which means her second one will be with nobody on the line. Well, now they stopped it. Pay no attention to that time on the board. 1 out of 2 for Macy. And a steal by Dayton at half court. She better hurry. No good. After 3, Olma 48-11 over St. Joe's. The 4th quarter is coming up next here on BFA Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trina Lisco, a provider here at Premier Orthopaedic Associates. As a mom, a coach, and a physician, I take concussions very seriously. If you have concerns that your student athlete may have sustained a concussion, it is always better to rest the player from play and monitor their symptoms and be evaluated. Remember, you don't have to have a direct injury to the head to sustain a concussion. Even a hard blow to the body can cause the brain to rattle inside the skull and create this injury. Having been trained, not just in concussions, but in higher level traumatic brain injury, allows us to help you take the guesswork out of this confusing injury. Remember, concussions are an invisible injury and can have prolonged symptoms, especially if not cared for correctly.
To 11, Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and the BFA Sports crew. Skeleton crew, and I'll tell you why. There we are in a second. Listen, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. Since we didn't want to do the selfie, here we go. Take a picture of the screen.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Here we go. 4th quarter. Starts with Olma in possession.
Gabby Cruz into the game for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
There you go.
Start the 4th.
And Fetty's in there too, right? They come in together. 24.
Correct.
Bernhardt. Nice move to the basket.
I'll tell you what, for a young lady, you talk about accepting physicality and being able to play through it. It's uncanny of a freshman, and what a good job she does. Right there's a perfect example of her getting possibly bodied, possibly fouled, and she's still able to play through that and finish. Bernhardt's turning into a really nice player, awfully quick.
And a travel call here on Fetty.
Yeah, Prescott wanted to go to a wing with that ball. The defender read it the entire way up the floor, able to jump the pass. Savannah Prescott couldn't throw it and therefore traveled.
Perry for 3 is short. 6:50 to go. Any update on that game yet?
From what I'm hearing, Camden right now is winning 30-15 over St. Augustine. 2 minutes to go in the first.
Thank you, Doug Stasic.
First half, that is.
And who was that source of that update, by the way? Whose? Oh, the Hermit's broadcast. So you talked about the students doing it. So
yeah, it's the kids do a nice job, and they have a veteran color commentator there with David Catalana. So
Dayton inside the 3-point line, no good. Rebound to Bernhardt. Sacco to the middle. Not sure she called it, but the bank's open tonight.
No, we talked about Sacco being a nice little player, and she does a lot of little things for Our Lady Mercy Academy right now. Perfect example right there of her looking for her own dribble penetration, mid-range jumper, knockdown for Sacco.
And a timeout by Tom McNelia. I think the timeout's only for the subs. So it's, as expected, it's not a close game. Here we are again.
Yeah.
Chris, Steve, and you know what? Al Fisher was right. I did say Chris, and I pointed to you when we were in Wildwood.
Is that right?
I went back and I looked at it. So
you reviewed the footage?
I did.
There you go.
So I was wrong.
Like a challenge flag when somebody.
Okay, Doug.
But no, Our Lady Mercy Academy getting accomplished in here tonight. What they want, and it's been, they put on their press and their traps and everything in the first quarter. Went back to straight man-to-man to work on a little bit of that in case they need it in this upcoming week with 3 tough contests coming up. This quarter here seems to be like a matchup zone, so they're getting a chance to work on some things in here tonight.
And that's the important thing, too. Like you said, chance to work on some things, because in the games that were tough this year, he had to make some adjustments. Gabby Cruz couldn't connect underneath, sends Perry out. But seriously, I mean, and he said it. If you remember, he sat here on the post game once and he said, and that made me a better coach because I had to do more than I think I had to do.
Yeah, and it's a one-hit wonder type scenario. You don't want to be that way if you don't have to. Hopefully, your press and your traps work because they allow you to get in transition and score the points. If they don't, do you have something to fall back on? And I think we found out tonight that they do play decent, if not good, man-to-man defense, and their matchup zone looks pretty good as well.
Good board by Jaquette to keep it alive for the Wildcats. Under 5 to go. Bailey had 1 foot inside. That was 2. No good. Perry with a follow. Short. Tapped around. Fetty has it. Savannah Prescott tracks it down. I think we've seen the last of Sydney for tonight.
Yeah, I think, your upperclassmen here in this one are pretty much done.
Oops. Fetty knew it, too.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think you have 5 freshmen on the floor right now. I know Bernhardt is. I know Savannah is. Prescott. I know Sacco is. And I think Fetty and 11, Carolina Fiocchi are also, they're all freshmen. Getting some quality minutes at the varsity level here. Good to see.
Not the first time we've said the future's awfully bright. Dayton for 3, short on that one. Fetty has the rebound. 4 minutes to go. Outlet ahead. Gabby Cruz turns, gives it up. Sacco for 3.
There it is.
What do they call that? The kind iron.
Well, they say good shooters tend to get good rolls. There was a perfect example of it right there. But, again, we've talked about before. Ball going in the basket for Sacco in the mid-range. Once it goes through, gives her a little bit more confidence, and then the knockdown 3.
There's a steal by Perry. Cassidy to the basket. And a timeout. That timeout is just for substitutions, but it'll be a 30-second timeout for the Wildcats with 3:33 to go in this one.
Yeah, and Coach O'Keefe just trying to get some players into the game. He knows the clock's running and wants to make sure, he gets each and every one of his kids, some playing time, gain some experience here. And that's what it's all about for St. Joe Academy, gaining experience as they move forward.
That was Carolina Fiocchi. So we mentioned everybody, right? Fetty and Savannah Prescott with a spin. Gabby Cruz.
How good was that, partner? Savannah Prescott spin dribbles around the defender at the top of the key, draws the defender in the paint. As soon as the defender comes, bounce pass for the put-in.
Well, I would probably use the term lovely as I want to get ready for my soccer career. But, we have a halftime score in the Camden prep game, 38-19, Panthers in front. Coached by Rick Brunson, a schoolmate of yours truly, Gabby Cruz.
Right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he knew who I was.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. Camden is ranked nationally this year, and they do have the number 1 sophomore in the country in DJ Wagner. But they have a lot more. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great, great player, but they have a lot more than Wagner, too. That's a loaded squad right there for Coach Brunson in Camden High School.
But it's a shame, no playoff like you mentioned earlier. That's who gets hurt. Hutchinson gets snuffed by Savannah Prescott. And with 2 minutes to go, she's got the ball. Finds Gabby Cruz again, can't connect. Gets a follow and gets the roll.
Yeah, well done by Gabby Cruz, staying active on the offensive glass, getting a rebound and a put in for 2. But what about the find and the look by Savannah Prescott, showing she's more than just a jump shooter and a scorer. She can attack and do things with the pass, too. Well done.
Spinning, weaving, Savannah Prescott. And she'll go to the line.
Yeah, she drew the foul that time. Defender never came to pick up the ball. The play before there was help defense, which forced the bounce pass. This time there was no help defense. She tried to get all the way to the rim, attempted block shot, and ended up not being a block shot and a foul. Prescott to the line for 2.
She got them both, and no rim. 50 seconds left. Well, it's good to see that Tom McNeil continuing to do what he has to do, and you play your opponent.
Yep.
That's what you do. But I like the guts and, just the determination of the Wildcats. I love watching them. We love watching Bree Hutchinson, number 3, and Orange Sneakers herself.
They're going to get better, and I give them kudos and a lot of credit for trudging through their season here. Again, it was a skeptical off summer. They weren't even sure they were going to have a school, let alone. But they're doing a nice job. Coach O'Keefe's doing a nice job. So congrats to the St. Joe Academy Wildcats.
And that will do that. Olma, another win. They're 10th in a row. They go to 11-1 on the season. With a big win against St. Joe's, they win 63-15. The post-game show, including our player of the game. We'll talk to Coach Tom McNeil. All that coming up next here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Fred McAlpin from Premier Orthopaedic Associates in South Jersey. I'm one of the sports orthopedic surgeons here, and today I'd like to go over some of the injuries that happen to a knee. One of the most common injuries, particularly to a young athlete or the weekend warrior, is injuring their cartilage, called the meniscus, or the ligament in the center of the knee, called the ACL. Where do you have pain today?
Around here.
So pain on the inner side of the knee is most commonly an injury to a cartilage called a meniscus. I'll show you that on a model shortly. When I examine that cartilage, I'll have you bend your knee and push over that area. Often they'll get pain right over that cartilage. Another maneuver is bending the knee up gently and doing a little maneuver that helps to put pressure on that cartilage. That can cause discomfort over that cartilage and tell us if there's a cartilage injury. Finally, I'll make sure that you don't have a lot of swelling. Looking for dimpling in the knee, and the absence of it means there's a significant amount of swelling going on. And finally, we can do a ligament examination to see how well your ACL is functioning. If you're having some of these things going on, I might likely call and get you an MRI so we can see the inside of your knee and make sure we get you back on the field as quickly as possible. Let's look at this model of the knee. Here you see the kneecap which floats in the front of the knee, and as we open the knee, there are these little U-shaped cartilage cushions. These are the meniscus. These can tear in different fashions. If they tear, we can trim them or stitch them in order to give you back the cushioning that's necessary for the knee. The second is this ligament that runs in the center of the knee. That ligament is what helps keep your shin on top of your thigh bone.
That's good.
That ligament is called the ACL. And by maneuvering your knee, I can see how well those are functioning. So depending on the injury that you have, we can assess your knee and get the studies necessary. Call us when you need us, and we'll be here to get you back on the field as quickly as possible. Be safe.
Welcome back to Olma, everybody. Final score, 63-15, 10 wins in a row for the Villagers. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and the BFA Sports crew here tonight. A shortened version of Olma basketball because of the 35-point rule, but top of the show, we talked about it. It probably wasn't going to be difficult to win the game. but to work on some things.
Yeah, and they certainly did that between, in the first quarter they stuck to their traditional pressure and traps and were able to get out in transition and had a 27-point quarter. They were able to work on straight man-to-man defense in the second quarter and then a matchup zone in the third.
That's the Wildcats leaving St. Joe's.
Let me get Madeline Bernhardt, and I'll be right back.
That's our player of the game, Madeline Bernhardt, by the way. So Steve's going to go get her. So 3 games remaining. It's Holy Spirit on Wednesday night. That's going to be a good contest. Then on Friday, it'll be Hammonton. The Blue Devils came here, and Olma won that game early on in the season. And then a big one Saturday, and we're right back here on TV against Shawnee. So that's the rest of the schedule. But, for a team that's 10-1, everybody's going to gun for you anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And Madeline's on her way over, so we're just giving her the directions to get up here. Yeah, and, they're one of the better teams in South Jersey, and everybody's going to, when you're ranked up there like that and you want to play each other.
Go ahead. Hi,
Madeline, how are you?
How are you?
Good to have you up here with us.
Yeah. Not nervous, are you? No. Good. Hold the microphone a little closer so everybody can hear you. There's the camera right there. But look at us, because we want to tell you, as we're talking about, this team is 10-1. Okay? You already avenged your loss. You've done everything you possibly could have. Have you played your perfect game yet this year?
I mean, I don't think my most perfect game, but I think every game I get a little bit more and more comfortable, and it just becomes, I just get more comfortable each game.
Yeah. You had a good game tonight. Do you know how many points you had?
I don't actually.
You do.
17.
Oh.
17 tonight, and it's well done. Bunch of assists, right? Really played really well. And we talked about on the air, and let us know, what you're thinking. When you're out on the floor, we've talked about how many things you do well on a basketball court and how well you impact the game, even if the ball's not going in or even if the point total's not getting up there. But between your defense, between your hustle, your effort, rebounding, assists, you do so many things well on the court. Tell us a little bit about how, A, you got to that point and being able to do everything well, and B, how you're able to help your teammates by doing that.
Well, I'm only a freshman, as I'm sure everybody knows. So, all my teammates that are upperclassmen have been really comforting, really nice, really helpful. So, not just not everything on me, but they also have helped me, and they, of course, they pass it to me to shoot the ball and stuff. And I'm always working.
So it rubs off on you, what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It rubs off on you.
Yeah, everything. But it's just a really good environment here.
You like the style of play?
Yeah, I
Why?
do actually. Because I feel like you get quick shots off, and you're constantly subbing in and out, which everybody knows by now. So you get a little break in between, and I know I'm only in for 45 seconds, so I just want to do the best that I could do those 45 seconds.
You had mentioned it many times. When you have the substitutions like that, when they come in, like Maddie just said, you go 0 to 60 really quick, and you stay at 60 miles an hour the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, your motor's going as soon as you get back on the floor, because it's going to be a short stance right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So due to the unique substitutions and the unique style that you guys play, you're constantly substituting, a lot of times 5 for 5, and you have a unique situation where you have 3 or 4 upperclassmen and then a whole bunch of young freshmen like yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us, what it's like as a young freshman to be able to play with upperclassmen like that, but yet still have that same camaraderie in your own class as freshmen, because there's 4 or 5 of you there, really good freshmen.
Of course, at first it was a little nerve-wracking, playing varsity as a freshman. But as I said, you just get more and more comfortable with it, and a lot of the freshmen I know I've played with before Olma, so I was already comfortable with a lot of them. So it was pretty easy to adjust to playing higher up.
So you have a 3-game stretch coming up this week, right? What did we say, partner? Holy Spirit.
We've got Holy Spirit Wednesday,
on the
Hammonton
road.
Friday.
Hammonton on the road, and then a top 5 team in South Jersey and Shawnee coming in here next weekend. Getting ready, going to get prepared for them and get ready for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've had a lot of home cooking here. You've had a lot of games at home. Getting ready to go out on the road and see if you guys can win on the road.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for Wednesday. Should be a good game.
Thanks, Maddie. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
We wish you the best. Congratulations and good luck, okay?
17 tonight for Maddie Bernhardt, super freshman for the Olma Villagers. And here comes the coach. I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You.
Good luck to you. Coach Tom, good job. Good.
Gentlemen.
Are you?
We're 6 feet. There you go. I know you're a big fan of that too, right? Hey, this wasn't the one on the schedule, but I said to Steve, you play your opponent. So, you do what you have to do. And tonight you had a team that you knew you were going to handle. What did you see tonight that you didn't expect?
First of all, it's always about approach. We tell them it's the same approach every day. It's coming and preparing, and it's all about how you approach the game. Today, what we were looking for was those that were going to be unselfish, making that extra pass for the shot, to get the shot that we really, really want. That one step in the lane going off of 2 feet for a 2, that's not the shot that we want.
Right.
If you're going to go there, you better get to the glass.
And the old theory is giving up a good one to get a great one.
Right. I mean, it's risk reward, right? That's going off of 2 feet just outside of the lane is too much risk for a reward of 2 points. I would rather you kick it, and we'll take the shot at the 3 because it's a bigger reward. And they were the things that we were really looking for tonight.
You really piqued my interest when you said to me in one of our conversations about how you were forced to become a better coach because coaches were getting not wise to your style, but they were figuring it out in some way, so you had to make adjustments. Steve thought by going to man tonight just that you were practicing it a little bit in case you had to use it in those games.
Good
Is that
pickup.
true?
That's a good pickup.
Well,
sure.
he's the best
Absolutely.
in the business. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And again, you throw that on the girls and you see how they react. I always like to see how they react to some adversity. And they say, we haven't played man really all year, Coach. I'm like, I know. It's fine. Let's see how you do it. Let's just see
try
how you do it.
Yep. And I came up with, not that I came up with that, but I noticed that because prior to the game you had said to Chris that, you really don't feel, other than maybe the Violent game, that you've played a complete game yet. And you wanted to work on some things in regards to both offensively and defensively in regards to maybe obtaining one of them with a tough game road schedule this week and a big time high school basketball team in Shawnee coming up this week. So when you went to the man, I was like, here's a situation where he's working on the man, and then maybe a little matchup zone I saw in the third a little bit, tried that.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, and I said, here's an example of where he's working on some things in case he needs them down the road.
Right, and it's also a way, as I'm sure you both know, of keeping their attention, not letting that concentration level drop, and making those mental mistakes. So you throw a different challenge at them and you see how they react.
Maddie sat in that chair and she said that we like the fact that we're all going to get 45 seconds each shift. And, we put it all out there. Is that something? Do you time those pretty much as close as you can?
We try and get it to a minute. And it happens. It does go long sometimes. Mm-hmm. It does. And the coach will yell at me for not taking the time out. But, again, that's that letting them work through some adversity there and see how they
So that's another interesting concept of this. You're trying to say that you would actually take a timeout if you needed the 5 that were on the floor to get a breather in order to that's great.
Listen, and like I've explained this before in these Zoom calls that we were in all off season. I've actually heard a coach say that at times he's told his team just throw the ball out of bounds instead of using a timeout.
Get a stop.
So they can get a stop and get there and do their shift. And I thought,
wow.
When I mean this
it's a great
is
philosophy.
Take this system and take basketball and flip it on top. That's could you imagine?
I wanted to ask you this before in the style. It's a college style that is filtered down to high school. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So, the clock is different from one level to another. Does that change those goals at all? Close?
It's so for the college level, their numbers are a little bit greater than ours.
So then they were changed.
They adjust.
Okay.
Yeah, we adjusted down.
So you gave me high school numbers.
I gave you high school numbers. Okay. Correct.
And just one last thing from me, Coach. You're going out on the road now. You've had a little bit of home cooking in here. You've had a bunch of games at home. Going out on the road, I believe Wednesday we have you at Holy Spirit, and then Friday at Hammonton. What do you expect out of those two? And tell me what you think of Shawnee coming back in here next weekend.
I'm super excited for this. I mean, I've been saying to them for the last couple of days, we're ending this week in a way that I haven't seen at this school since I've been here. And I'm sure the last time anything like that happened, you were probably here at the time. And, we have an opportunity, it's a word that we use a lot, to, if we do what we're supposed to do, possibly put something on a banner.
Right.
And then we have an opportunity to bring in a really good Shawnee program here on Saturday.
Absolutely.
And
it's frustrating.
Why not?
It's frustrating that no postseason, though. I mean, how do you take that to the locker room and tell them that? I mean, you're going to go. You could potentially go 13-1 and not have a postseason.
It's correct, but like I said to them, we're all in the same boat. So it's not like one team's going to get it and we're not. We're all competing in the same 15-game schedule. What are you going to make of that 15 games?
Right.
Yep.
And to have the opportunity, again, to bring in a banner and to bring in an incredible program that plays at high levels every night.
Well, I'll tell you what.
How can you turn that down?
Yeah, we talked about, you've already put yourself on the high school girls basketball map. You know what I mean? You're known and recognized now as one of the better teams in not only the Cape Atlantic League, but maybe even in South Jersey. And what a way to cap off your season if you could somehow, beat that top 10 team in Shawnee High School. And like you're saying, you have the opportunity to do it. That'd be great if you could do that. So we're definitely rooting for you.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a big one on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Absolutely.
Anything, more fans can, what's the latest on that? Can we get more fans on Saturday, or that still remains to be seen? Because I know you want this house to be
you'd
packed.
have to call Trenton. Can't imagine that's going to
happen.
Something's
supposed to
unless
happen.
we played outside, like if we're going to play in the igloo.
Call the NJSIA in Robbinsville, right?
Yeah, unless you can find an outdoor court.
Yeah, right.
Well, listen, so
Thanks,
I know you certainly don't want to overlook Holy Spirit on Wednesday. Not that they're to be overlooked. That's a nice little basketball team they have down there. The same thing with Hammonton on Friday, and then Shawnee next Saturday. So, Coach, good luck to you.
It's awesome.
We're
Thanks,
rooting for you,
guys.
okay?
I appreciate it.
How's Mom doing?
Mom's good.
Say hi to Mom.
Hey, Mom.
All right.
We'll talk in a bit.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
That's our best fan, That's
absolutely.
our #1 fan.
Anybody who watches us on a cruise ship has to be our fan. Last year she watched us on a cruise ship or something, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Second level dedication.
Yeah, I get it. Take us home, partner.
Coach Tom McNeely, thanks for joining us, Coach. All right, our BFA Sports coverage tonight was produced and directed by Doug Stasic. Our cameraman was Charles Hope. Skinny crew tonight, Steve. All right, the executive producers of BFA Sports are Doug Stasic, Al Fisher, and Brian Murray. For Steve Westcott, this is Chris Losey. Thanks for joining us tonight. Another win for the Villagers. 3 more to go, 2 on the road, and we'll see you back here Saturday for the big matchup against Shawnee. Good night, everybody.